Hello everyone, my name is Alex Gomez and on today's video we're gonna be sculpting maps from the Wolfwalkers. If you haven't seen the movie, it's really nice, really cool. I love the style, I really love the character designs as well. So I totally recommend it. I think it's on Apple TV. Anyway, so I just started with the face and I kind of like added very not premature, but very early stages, kind of like the eyes and the mouth and the nose. But I wanted to have a really good perception of how the features of the face was gonna look with the entire body. Then I started doing the blowout, and the blowout just consisted with simple shapes, and I just happened mostly were like cylinders and spheres to do the blowout. At this stage I decided to do the kind of like get into a pose already, instead of me like sculpting or building the character as a T-pose and then pose it. So I just decided in this case just to do the pose. I don't know, sometimes it's good to try different things, I guess. So that's what I just thought that probably it will be a little bit more dynamic to do it. So this is what I did, just did the blowout each by piece. So in order to keep it very consistent, I did one side, I duplicated, and then I move it. Same with the fingers, the blowout of the fingers made of cylinders. And then I took those cylinders and then I duplicate them as well, and I put them, they were supposed to be in the same shape that she has the hands. So doing this kind of workflow instead of doing the regular T-pose, I don't know, I just find that it was a good practice just to have a general shapes and a general pose and kind of like replicate that as it is. I think it was a little bit easier for me just to do it that way. The total amount of hours that I spent doing this a character, just the sculpting, was like around 2 hours or so, just with the polypaint part as well. So then when after I had the fingers already kind of like dynamesh and kind of like give a little bit more volume like at the end of the fingers, so I used the inflate brush and I added a little bit more volume to it. And now that I had one finger raised, so what I did was I just went to the other hand and I deleted the other fingers that I had, so I didn't have to kind of like sculpt them again. And I just put them in place. I didn't merge them yet because I didn't want to get them in like in a really high dynamesh yet. I wanted to finish the arms first and have like a really good arms details and density of the topology of the arms in order for me to do the dynamesh for of the hand as well. Then I added the eyes and the feet, and the eyes I did the same technique that I normally use, that is just kind of like duplicate the eye, split it in half, duplicate it, and from those duplications, the ones that I split and cut, I just ended up building the eyelids. So now I'm kind of like focusing a little bit more on the head and on the ears as well. So for the ears, the same, just add the sphere and cut it just to make the shape of the sphere. Then I do another little one, I cut it as well, and just to do that little part of the ear, which I think it look really cute, and then I duplicated that ear, and not duplicate, I just mirrored with the Z plugin with the subtools. Then I did the head, and the head was pretty much another sphere, and I just dynamesh it and I just give it the shape and volume to it. So I was just looking a lot to my references, and that's how I came out with getting closer to the shapes that I wanted. And this part was just the blowout of it. And then I dynamesh the feet with the legs and give it a little bit more shape, detailing the knees. And then this is just like building a little bit of a surface, and then kind of like detail them with the detail brush, with the pinch one. Sorry. And I work a little bit more on the face. And if you see, like I always gonna keep working on the face, because I don't see when I work in this gray material that I can achieve like the same likeness as I would love to achieve. But I'm always, you're never gonna have your face done or your likeness done right in your first try. So you're always gonna be modifying, you're always gonna be adding stuff, you're always gonna be moving. Every time you move the camera around and see your reference, you're gonna keep editing like the likeness of your face or the way that you want to achieve it. Because sometimes when you're coming from 2D to 3D, the things are gonna look a little bit different. They're never gonna be the same. Then I dynamesh the body, the upper body, but I'm doing the upper body for the reason of masking and extracting, so I could just build the dress from it. So you're gonna see shortly after I build the arms and kind of like add a little bit more of volume in the elbows and detailing the elbows, that I'm gonna move into the upper body. And once I have the upper body, I will have the dress. But yeah, that's what I did just with the arms, just kind of like shape them out a little bit. I know I have the blocking, but doesn't mean that I have to stick straight with the shapes of the blocking. So now that I'm moving the upper body, this is what I was talking about. I just mask it, and then I extract and I build the dress from the body. So I just do kind of like until the hips, and then I can just stretch out or move down the dress. Then I kind of like dynamesh, and after dynamesh I start adding just a little bit details and give a little bit more of a better shape than if I work in a really low resolution of the dress. So I measure again, but then I have to dynamesh because I forgot that I had to put those cuts that the dress have, one in the front and one in the side. So that's what I did in that part. And sometimes when you dynamesh or something, just don't freak out. Your computer stop responding. Just leave it there and it's gonna come out again. So now we see that our character is taking more of a shape now that we're adding a little bit more details. Right? So it's all part of the process that you guys have to be patient and just endure the process of blocking and your character not looking that nice, but it's the process. Never gonna look like awesome right at the get-go. It's always gonna be developing. So yeah, I added more details, the mouth, and the simple brushes that I used was the pinch brush, the damp standard, and the clay buildup. Then I did the teeth, and that was just like a cylinder. I cut it in half, and then with the sphere, I just kind of like shaped the fangs. That's right. So I moved one, then I kind of mirror it as well. I got rid of some of the parts of the teeth, so I didn't have to make it more like a teeth, so I wouldn't see the other part like inside of the mouth, so just more like teeth, because I was gonna take that one and duplicate it to make the bottom teeth as well. Then after having this model kind of like almost ready, I just decided to move to Polypaint. I paint the face, I add some color, then I paint the eyes. And for the eyes, I'm probably gonna do a quick tutorial how I make the eyes to make it look a little bit prettier. But I think adding Polypaint, it makes a big difference because you kind of have a sense of how your character is looking. Then I kind of like mask the upper eyelid and then the lower eyelid, and then I extract, and in a lower setting I extract them, and then I series measure, and that's how I make the eyelids. It's really like a simple technique. If you guys want me to make a video of it, just let me know in the comments. And yeah, pretty much I just kind of like I started adding a little bit of colors to it, and kind of like, I don't know, I think it started getting like a more appealing, and you definitely have a better direction of how your model or your sculpt is coming along once you start adding some color to it. Then also I start like I just duplicated the upper teeth, and I just, you know, like move it and rotate it, and I think that's pretty much, there's no need to do it twice. Whatever saves you time, the better for your workflows. Then I took the hands and I started Dynamesh them, and after I Dynamesh the hands, I just joined them with the arms. And for the Dynamesh, I just add like a really high resolution Dynamesh, so I still keep like a little bit, even the fingers, they got like a wall together, but still they keep a good resolution. So for me, this is just because this is just for like a digital just sculpt. No, it's not for production, so I don't care about that. So that's why I can get away with that. If I would have been working for production, definitely that would be like a T-pose, and definitely I will make sure that all the fingers are separate and stuff. So for the belt, it's the same technique. I just kind of like mask it, extract, and for the part of the belt that is hanging, I just decided to make a box, and then with the bent curve, I gave the shape to it. If there are any topics or things that you guys want me to do and make a video about of my process, just let me know. If you guys want to know how I make hair or how I make accessories or stuff like that, just can let me know, and I can go more in depth in a tutorial instead of doing like a full process character. So then I kind of like added the hair. And for the hair, I broke symmetry of the hair, and I decided to kind of like give it a nice anime, kind of like Dragon Ball style strands, which it worked for this design. I really like it, and I was happy with it, so I think it worked good. Then I kind of like I colored the mouth inside as well, because if you have the same color, it's not gonna look good. So make sure that when your characters have the mouth open, that you add some color to it. Then I add a little bit more details to the hair. After adding some details, I realized that there's some stuff off in the face, so I just decided to make the eyes a little bit bigger, and it's okay to do at this stage. So for the earrings, I make a plane, then I kind of mask the shape of the earrings, extract, series mesh, and there you go. It's a simple way to do accessories. I can just get in more details. If you guys want me to do a video of it, just let me know in the comments. So for the armbands, I kind of like I did it in one piece, but then I decided that I was gonna do in different pieces. I think it worked better. It kind of like it gives like a better more appealing to a character to have like a different pieces in the armbands than just one. So I decided just to redo it again, kind of like inflate a little bit more, so to give more shape, and then do kind of like a 2 diagonals. And after I was done with the 2 diagonals, I moved them and I add some colors, and then I series mesh it, and then I duplicated or mirrored to the other side, because I don't want, even though the other arm is in a different position, I didn't want to kind of like make it again. So that's what I did. I deleted the old one, I do a mirror, and then I just, with the move tool, I just decided just to kind of like put it or molded with the arm. Then after that, I just added a little bit of polypaint to the hair, because all the texture work was done here in Zbrush. I didn't do any texture work in Substance Painter, but that I normally do, but I just kind of like I really enjoy the full character process all in Zbrush. Not full, but mostly the sculpting and texturing of it. And I think that those little details add a lot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please share, like, and subscribe, and don't forget to watch my other 2 videos, and see you next week. Take care, guys. Bye.